Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Inside Thái Nguyên. Vietnam now has many policies to create favorable conditions to maximize their capacity to intellect, to contribute to the industrialization and modernization of the country, and the goal of gender equality. However, in our country, the proportion of female leaders is still low. Female cadre source is lacking. How to set up female network in the field to be effective is the question with many people interest. In today's program, we had a talk with Kara Allison, Director Gender Consortium, Florida University from Australia, on the management role of women experience, how to establish a network of female leaders in university. Thank you for accepting the invitation to our program today. Now I have some questions, and now you can share with us some experience. Now the first question, how do you perceive the management of women in many fields of society today?
As you said, Vietnam has led the way in policy development around trying to increase the number of women in management and leadership. The next step is around building on the achievements so far to increase the number of women that are in management and leadership positions. Today, at this forum, the inaugural workshop for women in management and leadership in universities in the northern mountainous provinces is a start to making the success happen in greater and greater levels. So the first step is always doing something, so getting active and doing the policy implementation in practice in your city, in your province, just like is happening here in Nguyen.
So the second question, does focusing on the work of female cadres bring positive effects to our society?
The research is absolutely convincing. So the evidence shows that by increasing the numbers of women in our organisations, by increasing the numbers of other people from diverse backgrounds, ethnic minority peoples, ethnic minority women, women and men with disabilities, that diversity leads to organisations that are much more productive and deliver quality results, and they deliver them effectively and efficiently.
Okay, so in order to make the work of female cadre succeed, what do women need to do?
Well, that's an interesting question. I think women need to stop blaming themselves, stop thinking that the problem is them, and start focusing on the systems and the barriers that actually stop them from achieving. And that if we can gather supportive men who also can see that the system change is needed, that is going to help matters. So it isn't about fixing women, it's about fixing the system so that women, in all our diversity and with all the skills that we bring, and we are very skillful, we manage our families, we manage our workplaces, we manage community work, we are very good jugglers and managers. So how can we have the whole community value our skills and abilities?
And how is the establishment of female leaders network interested by Australian government, and are there the successes?
We're very interested in this network because it is about coalition building. It's about connecting women together to support other women and be supported by supportive men. So forming a network means that it moves beyond individual organisations to organisations working together. They can share their best practice like they're doing today. They can share the limitations and challenges and come up with innovative and new ideas to push through to ensure that the policy that is at a national level can be implemented at the province level and within their universities.
The next question. Do you think there are difficulties and challenges in implementing the work of female cadre in general?
There are many challenges, many barriers, but from what I've witnessed, I've worked with now 19 women leaders from the northern mountainous provinces, from universities, and I can see that with them working together and with them working individually, the opportunities for change are very, very hopeful. So within a short time, with commitment from the leaders that are currently, the men and women leaders that are currently in authority, that these provinces can make this happen and be the shining example for the whole of Vietnam.
And can you share experiences to strengthen the leadership role of women in Australia University?
Okay, in Australian universities, we've been able to strengthen women in leadership similar to Vietnam by having a national policy commitment, a very strong and clear national policy commitment that we want to increase the number of women in leadership positions in universities. So that is essential. And then, of course, implementing that policy and doing that through each university having its own strategy about how to do this. Each university sharing experiences and working with other universities about best practices, challenges, and how we can do it together is very, very important. By providing women with training opportunities, like the Women in Leadership journey that the Australian government is funding under its Odds for Skills program. Also shifting the focus to, again, not seeing women as the problem and that they need to be fixed, but focusing on the systems and the barriers that the systems create for women to be achieving in the workplace.
So, in the coming time, what will Florida University support and cooperate with Thái Nguyên University to establish a network of female leaders in the university in northern east and northwest of Vietnam?
Okay, well, our cooperation has been that one of the participants has actually, this is their idea. So this is them demonstrating their own women's leadership by initiating this first important workshop of bringing all these provinces from the northern mountainous regions together. So this is going to be core to the cooperation between Flinders University, Oz for Skills and Thái Nguyen University. We will also be funding another group of women from Thái Nguyen University and some of its partner stakeholder agencies to participate in the next Women in Leadership journey. And that's a 10-month journey that 20 women from Thái Nguyen and from other provinces and organisations will join. They will also come and visit my city, Adelaide, my university, Flinders University, later in the year for a 6-week intensive leadership course that will focus on them as individuals, but most importantly on how they can challenge the systems to perform and become more efficient and effective and open to having more women as leaders and more people from diverse backgrounds as leaders.
What are the benefits of cooperation between Flinders University and Thái Nguyên University on the work of female leaders in the future?
Oh, the benefits are just extraordinary. Already we're seeing results on the ground through the action plans that have been implemented by the 19 women. So this workshop itself is one of the actions, and we have others. So important issues like the barriers. One of the barriers for women in leadership can be what's happening in the home. So if the home life is challenging and women are suffering in their home, that can be a barrier to them succeeding in the workplace. So needing to focus on not just the systems within the university and in that public sphere, but also what's happening in the private family sphere, and how can we improve conditions there to ensure that women have an easy pathway into work each day.
I hope that the coordination in setting up the network of female leaders in Thái Nguyên University in particular and Vietnam in general will be successful, contributing positively to the development of Vietnamese education. Thank you for your sharing today.
Thank you very much for inviting me to be a part of your show.